creativity, seeing what is non-existent, recalling what is very difficult for us to contemplate and get it only from memory. Some of the past distant memories, and as it was possible differently if I have to recall, then imagination and seeing the unseen, visualizing becomes an important function of the brain. That is where most of our youth and elders, we have the problem. These are all functions of the brain. And conscious mind is active in the here and now. Whereas the unconscious mind always timeless. It goes into the future, comes, searches in the past, limitless resources of not just memories, but also many other resources that I have not experienced during my lifetime also are available as a limitless resource in unconscious mind. Unconscious mind is the servant, conscious mind is the master. The conscious mind, whenever it needs, it can access to the unconscious mind. But because of the past experience, conscious mind constantly suppresses. The pumpkins under the water kind of thing is taking place. Energy is mostly wasted by pushing things under, submerged in unconscious. Unconscious is connected to the whole world. From there only latest systems thinking, systems theory all have come. And that's one part. Apart from that, the adult learning processes, according to Dr. Kolb and his colleagues who did some research on organizational psychology, they say adult learning processes are having 4 factors. One is concrete experience. 2 is reflection and observation. 3rd is abstract conceptualization or theorizing. 4th one is active experimentation, that is applying. Concrete experience means an experience in the here and now that impacts me. So every concrete experience has an element of feeling. Otherwise it is not concrete experience. It happens in the here and now. Then it becomes an input for observation and processing. That is called reflective observation. In short they call it as RO. This reflective observation is an important phenomenon because this processing and deeper inside processing of data comes from concrete experience. And the processing it takes place through reflection and observation, reflective observation. We call it as I am under reflection. It means I am processing some information, putting them together and making efforts to understand it by conceptualizing or theorizing it. So every one of us, we theorize all these experiences as adults and create our own theories and collect it, relate it to other theories also. And then these theories are tested by application. That is called active experimentation. When you apply it, when the result is favorable or supportive or beneficial, then we put it into experience. And that experience again becomes concrete experience. So this cycle is continuously going on in adult learning process. Based on that, some personality dimensions also have been noted and documented also in learning theories. One is, when you are very much strong in concrete experiencing, if that is your preference, along with reflective observation, when you move in the cycle, both put together, if it is the dominant aspect of mixing, then you are a diverger, a creative person generating many new ideas and options. That is diverger. More a kind of feeling person, more a kind of the processing person. Then when processing and AC, abstract conceptualization, When it takes place, and you become a processor. And when abstract conceptualization and active experimentation combines very strongly, you become a converger. Always you move towards single point solutions. When active experimentation, concrete experience is taking place, and you become an accommodator. So, first concrete experience plus reflective observation, you become a diverger. And observing the reflective observer and active conceptualizer, abstract conceptualizer, when you are joining it, you become a processor or a deep reflector. And then you become a converger, you may be an accommodator. And this processor and assimilator, this abstract conceptualizing preference persons are also called as assimilators. So these are the four traits of one's personality based on the preference of learning. So your personality itself is created through the learning process. So learning becomes more important, it is different. Before going into other things, simple example I will tell. We are focusing more on knowing than on learning. I know about cricket very well because one of the oldest publications of the Hindu paper, I read about cricket. I was interested very much in cricket. Even now I am interested. And some points like, he is bowling an in-swinger, and if the batsman plays front foot, he will be out for LBW or giving a sneak. This I have studied, I have read, I have understood it that way. Information is there. But if somebody gives me bat and asks me to play cricket, all the three terms will be uprooted in first delivery because I have not learnt cricket, I have only known cricket. So in knowing only, most of the academic institutions are rating people. So all the time we are interested in knowing, not properly processing within us, thinking deeply at the lowest level and building our competence for using it for better benefit of ourselves and the society. This is something, a perspective that we need to consider as a society. And in addition to that, if you are seeing, there are four different kinds of intelligence. The first and foremost is cognitive intelligence. And cognitive intelligence is measured by the way, how are you seeing identification, how are you seeing differentiation, how are you seeing sequence, and how the major important thing in cognitive intelligence is speed and accuracy. That is one kind of intelligence often tested for placement, admissions, etc., and giving appointment also. Modern organizations use this. Second thing is emotional intelligence. This is about identifying one's own feelings and others' feelings and acting appropriately, and empathizing and building relationship. Because feeling is the most, that is the only thing I will say, why most and all that. For building relationships. Relationship means feeling, either as an enemy or as my ally. It's decided through feelings of likes, dislikes, love, anger, antagonistic approach, envy, sometimes jealousy also, and sometimes hurt, sometimes guilt. All that is only deciding how I am losing energy or gaining energy, because the emotions are the source of energy. The feelings, when it flows, you become energetic. When it is suppressed or left incomplete, then you lose your energy. That is why emotional intelligence has become very important. Unlike cognitive intelligence, where biological age and mental age is measured as divided by it, even 139% means your biological age is divided by the mental age, and mental age is more than the biological age, means you are cognitively more intelligent. They call it as IQ, intelligence quotient. Whereas emotional intelligence is learnt intelligence. You are not born with it. Cognitive intelligence, the theory till this day says, that is, you are born with it. Guilford, Zimmerman and so many other people, Piaget, all the people, researchers on brain and mind, they have told we are born with, and that is how IQ is calculated. Now the highest IQ is, I think, somewhere around 149 globally. That person lives in India. So that is cognitive intelligence. Then emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, there are primarily 4 or 5 channels of emotion, and different shades of that emotion is there, starting from fear, feelings. Those feelings channels are fear, anger, and then grief, joy, love. Some people accept love as a feeling, some people say it is only a verb. Envy. These are all natural feelings. And there are some recipe feelings. We make it, they are not natural. Guilt, jealousy, shame, hurt, etc. These are all manufactured feelings. If it happens, it is disturbing. Natural feelings are not harmful. The recipe feelings are residing for a longer time. The feelings remain as a mood. Once it becomes a recipe feeling, it is permanently resides within you. It is something like a tenant become the owner. Such feelings take you over. That is emotional intelligence related. Much more is there about emotional intelligence. It's a learnt intelligence. Third is social intelligence. How to relate to people, how to understand them, how to pay attention to them, how to treat them as, recognize them as important, treat them as significant, sense of belongingness, owning people and relationships. This is a separate intelligence, third category. It's called social intelligence. That's also a learnt intelligence. That is inclusion, influence, intimacy, primarily, as William Schultz calls it. We all have different needs, but we need each other. That is the basic principle of sociability or social intelligence. Fourth is spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence is about the awareness. Primarily focused and anchored in energy. What kind of energy is flowing within us and in the environment, and with reference to other people? When I talk to them, am I able to sense their energy level? Am I able to take some benefit of energy from the environment, and how to use it in exaltation of my awareness so that I become more effective not only for me, through an extension motivation I can also cause better benefits to society and to my environment, friends, family, all that. So that is spiritual intelligence. In that, the awareness plays an important role. Many of our hidden potentials about which we do not know. An example I will say, when you set up your clock, biological clock is within us, circadian rhythm. Latest research also recognizes that time is within you. Time is not outside you. This is the latest research. So, when you look at your own potential, it is immense. For example, I will say, you are setting your clock, 3:30 alarm, for catching a flight at 5:30. You have to go to the airport and all that, so you are fixing it at 3:30. You will wake up at 3:25. How it is possible? Other days you will not wake up even after 7 o'clock. Your biological clock, that is something that is there. These are all embedded in spirituality. Many other things are there in relationship. On seeing a person immediately you like. You have your religious practices are there, meditation is there. Your going to trance is there, your exploration of self, that need driver is there within you. And a mother, even when a child, her child, when it's simply like that, when it tells you, it wakes up. Whereas in the environment, lot of noise is there. Football team, a winning team travels by the same train, same coach, and they are all making baila baila song, but whereas mother sleeps, child sleeps. When the child simply it says, mother wakes up, how? She is tuned to that channel of child only, ninth channel, eighth other channel.